the toughest thing about me is when I'm at an event and Captain Lou has a booth, I'm there to talk about something else because I'm invited to speak, and somebody comes up to me and says, why don't you sell me on why I need to be on the Marketer's Cruise? And I say, oh my goodness, if you only had the experience, I wouldn't have to sell you. And it's so hard for me to even use that word. So the only thing I can do is invite people that work hard to bring their family, bring their parents, bring their kids, their neighbors, and come take a vacation together. Or, like I always say at the end, take a vacation by yourself. Choice is yours. You're gonna do it either way. Why not do it? Why not do it with all these fun people? Spin that camera around.
So yeah, it's one of my best ideas to do this. It's look, it's like a luxurious, perfect holiday. You know, you always see those pictures, you know, with happy families on the beach for like making money or be free. You know, this is where they took the pictures. You know, so yeah, of course, it's perfect.
Like a lot of folks that may be watching this, I chased almost everything that would come across my inbox. You know, I tried one product, I tried 10 products, I tried 20 products. I lost money, lost more money, you know, so much so that my family, my friends would laugh at me, hey Ty, this internet marketing thing is never going to work.
I'm here on the Marketer's Cruise because I make connections here, and the connections mean thousands of dollars. I get on stages. In fact, I just got a gig for speaking in Africa, which is really wild because I haven't spoke there before. So it's just an event. The reason you come here is because you'll meet people that you'll be connected with. You'll be able to help them, and they'll be able to help you. And it's worth every single penny.
You know, it's interesting. When you go on a holiday, you think about going on a holiday. For me, this is a business trip with benefits. The connections in terms of bringing in new business to my business has been massive. But more than that, it's been a connection or a business development procedure that has had fun attached to it. You know, it's just been a relationship building, let's do business, have fun. I can absolutely document thousands upon, I mean probably hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars of business that has come from this cruise, without any question in my mind. But, and actually some of that came from someone that wasn't even on this cruise. That was a reference and a recommendation from someone that was here who said, you must meet X. And that connection that came on cruise, off cruise, came from the cruise. It's really amazing.
I am so glad I didn't listen to him. So keep going, ignore the haters, and do what you love. And surround yourself with beautiful folks like these people here, strong-minded, positive folks, and you can't go wrong.
So I'm a cancer surgeon, a board-certified cancer surgeon who practices integrative medicine, which means giving folks the benefit of both natural as well as mainstream medicine. And when I come on the Marketer's Cruise, I meet up with world-class marketers who really are on top of their game, and talking with them, really they help me develop my message to get it out to the world. And that's basically what I love about this, getting the message out beyond the confines of my practice and helping as many people on the planet really as possible.
I mean, I've already made so much money by being here. In fact, just from last year alone, I think I made $400,000 from the relationships and the clients that I've got here. That's a lot of money for just a weekend cruise to have fun and make $400,000.
Went scuba diving for the first time here. We had a 7,000-foot drop-off that we were overlooking, and it's just fun. Business, fun, profit, you know, networking. What more can you ask for? You know, so this is now my 3rd year here on the Marketer's Cruise. First year of me coming, and I just got to throw a disclaimer out there because this may not necessarily happen for everyone. Some people may have a better experience, some people may not have such a good experience. But my first year generated me over $1 million. First year I met guys like Davin Michaels, who's a good friend of mine, Damian Zamora, just a ton of other guys, and we ended up doing business over the next couple of months. So that was the result for me. But even better, what happened was my wife ended up building relationships and forging relationships with a lot of the guys that I do business with as well. So much so that at the end of every Marketer's Cruise, she says, we need to sign up, we need to sign up.
But also for the 3 of us, it bonds us more and more, and we feel more happy about it because we have many moments to look back at, and yes, we are very blessed to do so, really. We're really aware of it. we really take this back in our hearts to the Netherlands and to talk about.
Yeah?
Yeah, yeah. And we show the pictures, of course, and the movies we made on the beach, and just his funny smile on the face and his happy looks, that does it to us.
And what he likes a lot too is the anticipation. So if you count like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, he's always like can't stand still. But when he sees these views and stuff like that, he like takes it in and he like calms down a lot. And he's, for some reason, like really likes the tropical areas and maybe beach areas.
Time with the three of us on the beach and the other people, of course, but we really take this back in our hearts to the Netherlands and to talk about. Yeah, yeah. And we show the pictures, of course, and the movies we made on the beach, and just his funny smile on the face and his happy looks, that does it to us.
Yeah, actually we took a cab to the cruise and we stopped at CVS to get a pregnancy test, and we went to the room and
I wanted to make sure that before I get any alcohol, I needed to find out if I was pregnant or not. So I went to the cabin, take the pregnancy test, and it turned out positive.
First thing on the cruise, finding out we're pregnant, man, and we love it, we're excited. That's the stuff that happens on the marketers cruise, man. That's why you have to come. Get pregnant and everything, man. They're excited for us, so everyone knows right now, man. It's awesome.
The cool thing is most of our closest friends are on the cruise, so it was perfect to get to tell them everyone at the same time, you know?
Yeah, it's I think my 5th or 6th one.
Nice. Why do you keep coming back?
Just because I like to, hang out with my parents more, and it's also good networking too. I meet a lot of cool people. I actually made a lot of money, to be honest with you. I met an amazing amount of clients that referred me to a lot of people. So the indirect money made from the marketers cruise has been amazing, to be honest. That was an accident. Didn't mean to, but.
But also for the three of us, it bonds us more and more, and we feel more happy about it because we have many moments to look back at, and yes, we are very blessed to do so, really. We're really aware of it.
I was in my late 20s and I had made some really poor decisions. I'd been making decisions that I wanted to make and not decisions that I needed to make, and that made for a really pathetic lifestyle. And I remember having my car repossessed, and I had been kicked out of my house. I was homeless, and then I was carless, and then the next week I was fired, so I was jobless. So I didn't have a car, I didn't have a house. My girlfriend had broke up with me. Fear had pretty much ravaged my entire life. And I remember just not, I just remember thinking, man, now I really get what depression's like. I understand how these people feel when they feel that way, because I had never experienced that level of self-doubt and that level of self-pity before.
It was rough for us. I mean, I went through, like many people, a lot of rough challenges in my life, and I was working as a paramedic for the New York City Fire Department. I did that very proudly up until September 11th, and then that fateful day changed everything for me, like it did for a lot of other people. And I went down to Florida, and I decided I was going to change my life, get out of medicine completely. And I did. I got into sales, and I did very, very well in sales. I had to totally start a brand new career. But like many other people, it didn't take long till I was dead broke and, you know, just had more expenses than we had income. I had a lot of month left over at the end of the money, so I had to figure out a way to cover my expenses, and I think the driving force for me to change my life was really getting rid of my boss and getting the freedom. That was really what we were looking for, is freedom. And
yeah, no success. I had no success online. I'm technically inept. I have no tech skills. I can't build websites. I can't do SEO. I don't do any of that stuff. I can talk, as you can see, you know, with talking with me here, I can talk for England, but aside from that, it was everything was a challenge. I can't copyright. I can't, you know, I don't do any of that.
In order for me to really appreciate where I had been and where I knew I was going to be, I had to, I mean, it sounds stupid, but I had to appreciate that fear too. And when I was there, it was horrible, horrible, horrible. But it led to the fuel that now, you know, fires my drive to be able to make the right decisions when I need to, and not just do the things I want to do, but the things I know I have to get done, or I'll end up back there again.
So I was actually really excited, and then I actually got quite demoralised. My bubble burst within about 20 minutes of being on here, because I heard, you know, saw some pretty big named people in the industry, and I, you know, heard them talking and doing deals and stuff, and I was like, oh my god, I've got nothing. You know, this was a terrible mistake, because I actually don't have anything to offer. You know, I don't have a list. I don't have, you know, a product at the time. I didn't have a product at the time. I didn't have any of that stuff that's usually, you know, people feel they have to have in this business to have success. And I heard that deal, and I was, you know, quite demoralised actually. If I'm perfectly honest, I thought that was the first experience I had with anyone on the cruise, and I just overheard it in earshot of where I was sitting having dinner with my wife.
You know, after September 11th, you know, I'd been working in medicine. You know, it's what I was studying. It's all I knew. You know, and I was working for so long as a paramedic that you know, I decided I was going to do something different, but I had no idea where the money was going to come from. What was I going to do? You know, I didn't know it was going to be the internet, and I definitely didn't think it was going to be in sales. But obviously, that's just the toll that life took for me, and it was tough. It was very, very tough, and it took a lot of faith in myself to go out and start something new.
That there's a moment in time when you realize that you're going to, you know, that you can do this and that you're successful, or something that was a successful moment of, this is it, this is my career. This is no longer something that I'm gonna try. This is my career now.
Oh, absolutely. There was all kinds of doubts. I didn't have any kind of experience with computers or building websites or anything like that. And, you know, internet marketing is such a broad, you know, I mean, there's so many ways to make money online. There's thousands upon thousands of ways. And in the process of making one work, you start 3 other ones. And before you know it, you're getting pulled in different directions. You've got 10 things started, not one is making you money, and you wonder, is this going to work at all? And eventually, I guess we all come to a point when we've got to make a decision and realize, hey, we're building a business here, so I have to focus my efforts on that instead of just creating a little bit of money. I have to focus on building a business. So I think when I started thinking that way, when I started thinking of, okay, how am I going to build a company? How am I going to build a business that's going to make me money long term? I stopped chasing the quick, you know, the quick income, and I started looking at the big picture, and that's when things started happening.
I've gone to a lot of different events, and the cruise was definitely the place where I struck my biggest deal at a live event, for sure. We get a lot of, you know, $10,000, $50,000 spends here or there, but when I was on the cruise that year, I think it was on my 2nd cruise, I met a guy who ended up basically, you know, becoming a client, and he was a client for years, and it made us, I'm conservatively probably $250,000 in just pure profit for us from the deal. I mean, we processed millions of dollars for him and myself, but I mean, in just pure profit, it was $250,000 in profit. So it was a damn good deal, and that's, I mean, frankly, that's why I keep coming back.
And we went back to the room, got changed for dinner, and went to dinner. And that was the first night where I met my business partner Ty, well, now business partner Ty, and this gentleman actually, he was actually there as well with us, Damien as well. So, and Damien and Ty just made us feel so welcome, and just part of the family, and that was it then.
You know, I mean, even though I'm really not looking for deals, if one of those, you know, here's $250,000 in profit kind of shows up in front of your face, you're kind of an idiot to say no, right? So, I mean, that's why we keep coming every single year. This is now our 6th, and we just signed up for our 7th year on the cruise. There's you won't even know it, but you'll be sitting right next to someone who's doing, you know, $2 million a month in business, and there's a guy next to him who's just getting started. I mean, the spread of knowledge base, experience, and volume and sales and business is so vast that it kind of gives you a good feeling, because you can help somebody else out in 1 second, and the next minute, you know, make a really killer profit. In fact, I even hired a guy that I met on my 3rd cruise. I hired him, and now he works for my agency. So, I mean, it just all around works out for us. So we keep coming back.
From that moment onwards, it was just a life-changing experience. I mean, literally, the friendships and the business relationships that came from that have, you know, for lack of a better term, life-changing. I don't want to sound cheesy about it, but you know, it did. It was changed everything for me.
This isn't just slapping together a website or selling books. This is a business, and these people live and die by these businesses. And if you can connect with a customer at a soul level, and not necessarily at just a, you know, a left brain level where you're like telling them, or a super right brain level where you're telling them they're going to make it $10,000 in a minute, but if you can connect with them at a soul level, you have the ability to make an incredible amount of money and help a lot of people.
So that took me from, like you say, nothing to having a number of different businesses and you know, literally automated incomes and all that wonderful stuff that's possible on the internet.
There's no way you can describe in words what freedom is. You can't describe it as an emotion. It doesn't exist as an emotion. Freedom is a feeling of supreme confidence when you know for a fact that you don't have to worry anymore for the rest of your life. You're just gonna be fine. I can get past this. I can go past whatever is happening right now, and I know I'm going to come through it. You just have to remember at that point that you're having that fear, that it's only a momentary thing, and that in the grand scheme, even though right now you may feel immobilized, I just keep pushing through and waking up every single day with a fresh mind, thinking today's the day that I escape this, you know, and that's how you have to treat it.
So the only thing I can do is invite people that work hard to bring their family, bring their parents, bring their kids, their neighbors, and come take a vacation together. Or, like I always say at the end, take a vacation by yourself. Choice is yours. You're going to do it either way. Why not do it? Why not do it with all these fun people?